What is going on, YouTube? The Assist Man. I'm coming back at you guys with another Neverwinter YouTube video. Inside of this video, I touched base on this in a lot of my past videos, and I said that the reason why I always bring my videos to you guys from an unforgotten, unwanted place is because I wanted to talk about it. And I wanted to make a topic in a video all about it. So that's what I'm going to do inside of this video. So if you guys do enjoy this video, please do not forget to hit the thumbs up like button on it. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. And make sure you turn on notifications so you're notified whenever I put out new content or go live on YouTube. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. The location I'm in right now is the Drowned Shore. I haven't been in this location in so long that I forgot what it looked like. But I remember first coming here when I first was leveling up in the game and when the mod with the Drowned Shore was, relevant at the time. But since then, I haven't been in here in years. And I'm sure a lot of you guys haven't been in here in years as well. And if you just go to look, if I could change instance, which I will be able to change instance now in about 5 seconds, I can almost guarantee that there's probably nobody in here. Let's look. There's a total of 20 people. 20 people total in 2 instances in the Drowned Shore. Now, that's the topic of this video, is that once you get to endgame level 70, the game is just designed, more or less, so you never ever play any of the old content or go into any of the old zones ever again. And I think that's terrible because this game has had so much content throughout the years, and a lot of the places and a lot of the things that we did in the content and the areas were extremely beautiful. Now don't get me wrong, some of them were terrible, but for the most part, a lot of the areas were really nice. And if you let's pull out a signpost, for instance, okay? Let's go to all the places. Let's look at them. So Protector's Enclave, that's mostly where everybody goes. Barovia, there's still a lot of people there, but there's not as many people there anymore because everybody's pretty much done with Barovia. So Barovia will be a forgotten place pretty soon too. A lot of people still go to Chult because, the port is still kind of like Protector's Enclave and stuff, and you got a couple different areas in there, and people are still kind of working on campaigns for there. But then you got other places that nobody literally ever goes to anymore. The Drowned Shore, which I'm in now, nobody goes there. The Stronghold, obviously, you're always going there in and out if if you're in a guild. Reclamation Rock, this is a beautiful place. I actually brought a video to you guys from Reclamation Rock in the past, just a couple weeks ago. I think Reclamation Rock is a beautiful, beautiful place. It's actually one of my most favorite places in the game as well. I mean, it has this beautiful lake, the ships and the boats and these weird, flying pieces of land everywhere. But just look at the water. Look at the sky, the sun, the sunset, the trees, the castle. This is a really, really, really beautiful area that nobody comes to anymore at all because there's no reason to come to any of these places. The River District, nobody goes to the River District. Spinward Rise, the Fiery Pit, nobody goes to any of those places. The Underdark, Mantle Dareth. This is another one of those places I brought to you guys a video from that I think is one of the most beautiful places in the game, especially when you first load in right here. You got these beautiful, beautiful, quartz crystals and, mushroom-type colorful things that come out the ground. Look at them. And then you have these beautiful waterfalls. It reminds me of, a scene from the Goonies at the end when they're on, One-Eyed Willie's pirate ship and you got the water down below. You got these beautiful waterfalls coming off these rocks. You're, in a cave. This is a really, really beautiful area. And nobody really comes here anymore at all. Let's check out some other areas, other nice areas. Well of Dragons used to be one of the most biggest places in the game. Back in I think it was Mod 6 when we first got Tiamat and everybody was coming to Well of Dragons trying to do the Dragon HEs and everybody was lining up at the door. Do you guys remember Tiamat back in the days when Tiamat only spawned once every hour, and you had to line up at the door, and you and your friends in your guild would try to go in at a specific time so you could hope to try to all get in to the same instance? Man, those were the good old days. Do you guys remember that? And then now, like, nobody's really in Well of Dragons. Winter Festival, that's just for the festival. Black Lake District, nobody goes there. Tower District, nobody goes there. Black Dagger Ruins, Never Death Graveyard, Helm's Hold, Ebon Downs, Velosk, nobody goes to any of these places. Pirates Skyhold, Icespire Peak, The Chasm, Roth Valley, Mount Hotnow, Whispering Caverns, the Dread Ring, Icewind Dale, Sarandar, which is another beautiful place. Now let's look at this map, okay? In the destinations and the locations in Neverwinter, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 different locations you could travel to on the Neverwinter game from the actual destination map. There are 28 locations. And the sad part is that after you reach level 70 and you're like an endgame player, you pretty much don't visit 95% of those places. I could all but guarantee you that over 90% of the players in the game pretty much only visit Protector's Enclave, Barovia, Chult, the Stronghold, and that's probably about it. I don't see anybody else going anywhere. So 24 out of the 28 places, I would guesstimate that nobody at level 70 or higher, once you have your campaigns finished, ever goes to those places ever again for any reason whatsoever. I'd guarantee you that 24 of the 28 destinations in Neverwinter don't get visited at all by barely anybody. I guarantee you can go to any of these 24 other places with the exception of the 4 I just said, and you will find less than 30 people total in any of these places. Let's go to Whispering Caverns just for the hell of it and just chill here. So basically you have 28 locations in the game. And like I said, the Protector's Enclave, Chult, Barovia, and the Strongholds are probably the only places that over 95% of the player base still goes to on a daily basis. Nobody probably even comes to these other places at all. You probably have, like I said, less than 30 people total that are still coming to these old places. And the only reason that they're still going to these old places is probably because they're starting new characters or they're new to the game. Once you're, level 70, you're done with your campaigns, your end game, what incentive and what reason do we have to come back to any of these old places anymore? And I think that that's an issue. I think that's sad. Because like I said in the beginning of this video, a lot of these old places are really cool. They bring back a lot of good memories. And nobody ever goes back here anymore at all. I really, really wish that the game and the developers would make use of all these old places that we have in the game still. Because if you're not going to make use of it and have people coming here to play the game, then why even have them taking up space in the game? Just delete them at this point and rework them or do something. It would be really, really cool is if a lot of the new campaigns and stuff we got, like you had to go back to all of these old places, all of them, just to do something. Or you know what, it'd even be a lot more cooler? If there was only zone-specific good rewards from each one of these areas. Like Mount Hotnow. Let's say, for instance, in Mount Hotnow, there's a random boss that could spawn in there. Or random enemies can drop like a really, really good piece of like legendary or purple gear that you could only get from that area. Then it would give people the incentive to want to go back and play that area and farm it, try to get those pieces. Same exact thing maybe for Velosk or Ebon Downs or any other area in the game that's old and forgotten. How awesome would it be if they made zone-specific rewards that you could not get anywhere else, not even out of a chest or anything? The only way to get them is by killing a certain enemy or a certain creature in a certain zone. It would give a lot of replay value and replayability to the old areas. Because then people would be going back to the old zones trying to kill and farm these specific types of enemies to try to get that specific item. And like I said, it could be like maybe a purple or a legendary armor or a gloves or a feet piece or an amulet, or it could even be a ring, or it could even be a master crafting reagent or something needed for professions. Just something at all to give the players an incentive to want to go back to these old places. Because like I said, nobody goes into them. You're looking at less than 30 people probably in any one of these places. Like, we're in this Whispering Cavern right now. There's 17 total people in this area. 17. And any of the times you go back to any of the other places, like I said, there's gonna be maybe 1 or 2 instances of people in there. There's not gonna be many at all. And all these old places played a major vital role in this game at one point. And it's a shame that they're forgotten and no longer needed or wanted to be visited in the game, because there is zero incentive to go back to them. So devs, if you guys are watching this, I would really, really like for you guys to make use of all the old places again. Because it kind of gets boring every day getting on Neverwinter and going to the same places. You literally get on, you go to your guild stronghold, you go to Protector's Enclave, you go to Cholt, you go to the Soshin Star River, you know, and Olmu inside of Cholt, you go to Barovia, and then after that, what are you doing? Nothing. You're standing around Protector's Enclave or Port or in your guild stronghold trying to put together teams to do dungeons with, or doing your dailies. That's all you're doing. It would be nice if we had an incentive to go back to these old areas, like I said, by putting very, very rare items that can only drop from every area. Like, each area have like 1 or 2 rare items you could only get by killing specific groups or packs of enemies or creatures. So anyway, man, that's just my opinion about this entire thing. I think it's just something that needed to be said about the state of the game and us not utilizing mostly any of the content in it. As I just showed you guys, there's 28 destinations currently on the Neverwinter destination map. And like I said, we only probably travel to 4 of them on a daily basis, if not ever. So leave a comment down below. Let me know if you agree with me. Do you disagree with me? What other things do you think they could do with the old areas to incentivize players to go there and actually want to play in them again? Or should they just take them out of the game altogether? There's got to be something more they can do. There has to be something more they can do with all this old content that's been in the game now for the past 4 or 5 years. So leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about it as well. If you guys did enjoy this video, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up like button. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well, so you don't miss out on anything that I put up. So anyway, YouTube, this is the Assist Man, and until next time, I am out.